Hey, hey,
Hello.
I'm waiting on the making sure that my YouTube's set up right. Hang on one second. Yep, it is. Okay, yay! It is December 15th. It's a big old fat day. I'm not even kidding. It's lots of things going on. Um, Welcome everybody watching later, watching now, and Stacy and I are gonna get this program going tonight. So, y'all, like I said, lots of things going on. But first of all, y'all know that Star Consultant cuts off at midnight tonight, and I am telling y'all, our unit is on fire. Woohoo! We have 9 star consultants so far. 9. That is awesome. Yes. So we have got Kathleen and Meredith are Ruby stars, and all of our Sapphire stars, y'all, Deanetta, Charla, Penny, Kelly, Stacy, Arlene. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. Yes, and I know we've got a couple more that's going to get their orders in tonight. So y'all, congratulations. This is amazing. I will just tell y'all one thing from the very get-go. All we were in our minds embedded in our brain was stars are leaders and stars drive cars. And it's that consistency of you being in front of people all the time. Currently, we have for people, not people, consultants that have gotten in their 300 by tonight that gets to listen to Leah Carta tomorrow night. And also, that's okay. Leah's thing is at 5 o'clock. Okay. I know some people are just going to be getting off work, so you'll have to go back and listen to the recording. And then Miranda, no. Miranda's is tomorrow at 5, and then Leah's is at 8. So I had those two backwards. Our 300 power ups that earned the call is Penny, Kathy Kirkpatrick, Kathleen, Deanetta, Stacy, Meredith, Charla. And so far, for 600 by the 15th that's gotten their name in the cash drawing is Meredith, Charla, and Arlene. And so y'all all-star consultants will be invited to Miranda's, and I'm super pumped up about that. So Stacy, I was trying to remember our conversation the other day. Have you already reached your goal that Mary Jo challenged you to, but you're like this
I'm like
close?
right there. It was
Okay.
$2,000 and I'm $143 away from it.
Okay, there you go. Y'all, that was back, when was that? The first weekend in
October,
October?
yeah, October 3rd, 4th, 5th, somewhere in there.
Yeah, yeah. And she asked who would be committed to the 2000, and Stacy said she would be, and here she is. And she will get it. I know this is only the 15th of December. So I will say this, when you commit to a goal, it's like something about it just you work toward it when you're committed to it. So congratulations on that. So proud of
Thank you.
you. Woohoo.
Thank you.
Yes. Um, was there something that went on last week? I know you had some orders that people placed, or you want to
I
share that with the
um
group?
I had a new order and some reorders and it was like a total of $232.
Okay, good. Good deal. That is awesome. Anything else you want to share?
I don't have anything else right
Okay.
now.
Okay. I will tell y'all from experience today, Mondays is a busy day for, well, Monday's a busy day for everybody, but it's my meeting day and planning and all the things. But I was like, I'm determined to reach out to some people today because y'all, Christmas Eve is in what,
8 or
10?
9 days.
Yeah, it's like close, okay? It's real close. People are starting to like
Panic.
need panic. Yeah, they are. Need help. Call, need help, 911. So I reached out to two of my girls today, and one of them is a great, well, they're both great customers. But anyway, she ordered some things for her mom, satin hands and the foot the Mint Bliss stuff. Here's the thing. She asked what, no, I asked her. She needed a to-go set for herself. And I said, do you need any happies? And she didn't say anything. So I came over and saw what I already had fixed up and I took pictures and I sent them to her. Did that to her. She ordered, I'm thinking like $150. I'm not kidding. Then somebody calls me wanting something. And then I have sent out about 3 more text messages. And the reason I'm sharing that is because I'm just challenging everyone, look in your closet, see what you have, and put it together. People want to see something that's already done. And my friend Judy, when she said, well, I think I'll just stick it down in a bag. And I'm like, girl, I got you. I had a cute little box. The top comes off, put it down in there with tissue paper, and I'm gonna tie a real pretty bow on it. And she was thankful because guess what? All she has to do is pick it up. She don't have to get it in traffic, in the busyness of a town, and does not have to go home and wrap it. So make it easy for your people. But seriously, whatever you have in inventory, wrap it up. Which makes me think you need inventory. I'm just saying, if you don't have any, how can you wrap stuff up? And people are going to start asking. And y'all, Valentine's is coming too. So what you get in December, if you don't sell it, you can sell it in February. But anyway, so what do you think about that, Stacy? You've got some things wrapped up, don't
I
you?
do. I do have some stuff wrapped up. I've got mascara wrapped up,
Okay,
and I've got the charcoal mask and the eye makeup remover. And then
perfect.
some sets like the satin lips and the
Mm-hmm,
satin hands.
mm-hmm.
Those are my 5 kind of go-to products.
Well, you think about it, satin lips, the charcoal mask, satin hands. I mean, all that is something people would use,
Right,
and it can kind of go for either or. Guys can use a
right.
charcoal mask, they can use the satin hands, they can use the only thing they can't use is mascara. And everybody needs new mascara. I mean, my gosh, I got me a new one today. I'm so
I
excited.
know.
So it pays to have your own product so you're not tempted to go somewhere else. So let's congratulate the rest of the girls. It's Dianetta had a class and a personal website order last week for 165. Way to go. Penny continually is on her lives, y'all. I'm telling you. And it works. It really does. And I'm not saying anything about you, Penny, when you come back and watch this, but this is what I heard from, I think it was last week because today is Monday. I think maybe Cleta shared it from the $1 Million Weekend is make sure there's not stuff behind you. Like if you're doing this in your bathroom, make sure you don't have towels hanging all up and all the things. And Stacy's got a background on hers tonight. You can always do a background, a virtual background is at the bottom of your screen on a Zoom, but just make sure this is what I was told. No matter what you're doing, if you are live or if you're on Zoom, whatever you're doing, is don't have a lot of distractions. If you're live, one of the things I can remember them teaching me is not to wear a bunch of bangled bracelets that clank every time you talk. And it's very distracting to the people you're teaching. And I was like, that's great. And no big, ginormous earrings, stuff like that. But as far as Zooms, just make sure your lighting's good. There's no junk behind you that people aren't even paying attention. They're like, what's she got back there? I like that shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing, y'all, I learned from us having to do Zoom is make sure you're either eye level or you can look up a little bit at your phone. If you're doing the phone, make sure you have it up. Sometimes I've even found literally pots and pans or a book and propped it up. If you're looking down into your phone like this, It don't look good, okay? And y'all try it. Look at yourself, try it around. Y'all remember Kristen Sharp telling us when you're doing lives is first of all turn the camera around on you and walk around your room until the light is perfect. And it works. All of her pictures look like professional photographer has done it. It's her iPhone, and she walks around in the room until the lighting is perfectly given the best image ever. So I don't know how I got started on that, but anyway, there you go. And then Tasha told me yesterday or day before that she has had some orders placed. She has also been with some friends this past weekend and maybe the weekend before. So she's gotten to be able to, y'all, wherever you go, you can take Mary Kay. I'm just saying, it's just like on our Bible study earlier. One of the ladies was on there saying that she remembers she took a book with her and she was able to give it out. So just be on whenever you go. Okay. So anyway, congratulations. All right. This is the second quarter of the seminar year. I'm super excited about that. I can't even believe it. When I looked down and I went 2025, I was like, I can just barely remember. It seemed like it was yesterday. It was January 2025, and here we are. Okay, coming up this week, y'all, please get on what's in the bag if you don't already have something you're obligated to. It is the glass skin facial this Wednesday night at 7:15. It is on Zoom. The reason we picked Zoom is so, of course, we can see each other, right? But if you have guests, they can see that you're on. And we don't want to invite people if we don't plan on being on these. And I think that is really, really important. There is a breakdown I can post in Southern Stars that shows what all we're doing, but it's mainly with the repair, the facial peel, charcoal mask, all the great skincare. I mean, all of it's great. But I'll send a list of what we're going to be doing. It is one of my favorite nights. Why? Because we get to do it too. I'm so excited. It's like we're doing our faces, and then when we get off, all we gotta do is go take a bath. So anyway, it's exciting. But it is a perfect guest event. And the future date, and I was going to ask Cleta about this earlier today, but it's the one that is going to be on December the 27th. And I don't know if, well, here it is. I did put it up here on my screen. Um, I should have asked Cleta a while ago, Stacy, about this. It is a workshop, and Stacy and I were talking about this, and it's from several national sales directors, and it's called I'm Doing a Great Work and I Cannot Come Down, Nehemiah 6:3. But it's the directors have a workshop at 10, and then the consultants have one at 12. And I read it to say maybe it was only for people that achieved either Pearl Star or moved up the career path. But it's kind of, you can read it both ways. So I am going to, after maybe on the Boss Babe, we can ask Stacy and see if this is directed to just for, but see where it says watch live, it says super special Zoom recognition for consultants and directors who completed one of the challenges. So maybe it's for everybody. You see? Anyway, we'll find out.
Yeah.
If it is, I want us all to be on there. It's going to be great. It's I mean, all these top national sales directors, it's just going to be great. So super excited. All right. What else? Leadership. Okay. Let's talk about leadership. Leadership. And Stacy and I just got off the Bible study, like I said, and Stacy had actually pointed out one of the highlights that we had of the lesson, and it says, "Trust
Trust
God to
God.
help." Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
No,
I
go
thought you
ahead.
were trying to find it.
I was. Go ahead.
Trust God to help us do what he calls us to do.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, I believe we were all called to Mary Kay. And it was for so many reasons. I will say in Mary Kay, she herself had 7 friends that started the company, and it was because, well, she wrote a marketing plan and people were telling her negative things and you can't make this work and all the hoorah. But she said the plan came from God, and she took him as her business partner. And I feel like, I don't, there's not many places, y'all, that really promote your faith. I had a party late yesterday afternoon at my house, and the young lady that brought her mom and sister works at Chick-fil-A. And you know why she works at Chick-fil-A? Because it's a Christian company. And those people that are there, if you don't do your job, you don't get to work there. It's a privilege to work at Chick-fil-A. It's a privilege to work at Hobby Lobby. They don't take any stuff off of you. And she said, yeah, people are let go all the time because they do not do what's expected to do. And I thought, you know what? When I was thinking about our meeting and the leaders that Mary Kay has called us to be, some of the points are showing up at meetings and Mary Kay events. I mean, that is expected of us. Yes, we have the opportunity. Anybody can go back and watch any of our recordings is great, but Mary Kay events, you cannot. And I'll just say, in all my years, I have never missed a sales meeting ever. Okay. My daddy died. I had a unit meeting that night. My mama died when I was at career conference. I stayed at career conference. There was nothing I could do at that point in time. It lasted 24 hours. I was there already one night. It was just going to be the rest of the afternoon. But I'm just saying, my people that supported me, they cried with me, they were there for me, were my Mary Kay family. Anyway, always be a star. It shows you're running a business, just like your personal website that's fixing to be called My Shop. Um, it shows you have a business. Y'all, we have a lot of people that do have a personal website. We also have a lot of people that do not. To me, and I ain't putting no shame on you, I'm just saying, go get your darn website set up. It's $30 a year. If you're brand new, it's free. Y'all, that is running a business. Even if you don't really want to run a business, do the personal website. You're going to get business and you're not even going to do anything. Okay. A leader and what you've been called to do is always willing to learn. You have to be always willing to learn and always be flexible. Mary Kay Ash herself, y'all, she passed away from memory. I believe we had just gotten cell phones. But you know what she said? She said this all the time. If you don't embrace technology, you will be left in a world that no longer exists. Was she not smart? The woman was smart off the charts. Y'all, this was 2001 when she passed away. That's 24, almost 26 years ago. She would say that constantly at our conventions, that you would be left in a world that no longer exists if you do not embrace it. Someone that's committed to her goals. And I keep thinking about Mary Kay. She had to be committed to her goals, y'all. She didn't have anybody helping her, not at the beginning. Her husband left her, and Mary Kay had 3 kids at home. But what was she going to do? She had to make a way, and she did. And then you never give up. Don't ever, ever, ever give up, and quitting is not an option. Um, there were so many times, that I mean, I could have given up, but I didn't want to because I had seen what was out there and I knew that it wasn't an option. I knew that I didn't want to go back and work for somebody from 8 to 5. And I'm definitely not a sitter at Homer type person. So anyway, but yeah, don't just quitting's not an option. Okay. Encouragement is just to say, just God has your back. Like we were talking on the Bible study. What were they saying, Stacy, about bargaining with God. We can't bargain with God.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. If you say, Maureen used the example, God, just let me get, 3 parties this week and I will XYZ. That's
Right.
bargaining. That's
It
testing
is.
God.
It is
Yeah.
testing God. All I want to say is we just need to do the work and he will bless us. There ain't no bargaining, no testing. I mean, he's the almighty, he's the one in control. And he knows what's in your heart. He knows you've been called to do this business. He's just waiting on you to do something. And when, like that one order I got today from the person calling me, that right there was a holy surprise. Like, it was a holy surprise. This man is a guy. He works on the oil rig. He comes home. He buys these things. I don't know if he uses the products himself or he gives it for gifts. And it usually is around Christmas time. But I did not expect it. But I had been working. And y'all, that's what happens. And I know the other example that was mentioned earlier was, and maybe it wasn't worded like this, but oh, well, I think I might not work Mary Kay or I'm gonna quit or whatever. And then all of a sudden something great happens. And it's like, what was that they were saying? I can't remember who it was. Um, that they believed that it was a sign. Well, maybe it is a sign, but the sign, like you get a phone call, like I got a phone call that guy today, like, and my customer placed that big order. If I had in my mental state go, well, things aren't looking up today, and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden my phone rings and gets this big old fat order. Well, then I'm back on page again. We can't be like that. I mean, you got to be, yes, I was excited. Don't get me wrong. And yes, if I was in that state of mind of on the fence, you can't be on and off the fence. You got to be on the fence. And as Sean Key said, they used to be in the sales development at Mary Kay. When you have moments like that, it's fine to go have a little pity party. Go in the corner, suck your thumb, and take about 2 minutes and then go back out. he was so serious when he told us that. And we're just rolling. But I'm like, you probably know we have before. But anyway, get over yourself. Get over yourself. So anyway, y'all, let's finish strong. Stay faithful, stay committed, consistent, and tomorrow is a new day. But those of us that have big goals to finish tonight, just keep pressing on and keep going forward. There, Christmas is next week, but y'all, and we've been waiting. In our church, we call it Advent season. And this was the third week of Advent. This is starting the fourth week of Advent. And it'll be Sunday, is the fourth week. And Jesus's birthday, of course, is on the 25th. But y'all, it's one day. Christmas Eve's the day before. You're going to be with family and stuff. But after that, you have to get moving again. It's like, you know what I'm saying, Stacy?
Yeah.
Like we
Don't
can't.
don't get caught up in the hustle and bustle and think, oh, it's holiday season. And then, because just a week later is New Year's, it's easy to get
Right.
into a rut and think,
It,
I'm just going to kind of rest on my laurels,
right.
for a week
Yeah.
or a few days. But then, it perpetuates itself. If you're
Mm-hmm.
moving and grooving, it perpetuates yourself. If
Mm-hmm.
you're not, and you're just sitting flat, that perpetuates itself too. And I don't know if this is an actual quote. I don't know where I heard it, but I've more than once heard it said, God helps those who help themselves.
Oh, true. That
Yeah.
is true. Um, God helps those who help themselves. That's true. And I remember this, and I used to talk about it all the time. God feeds the birds, but he does not put it in their nest.
Mm,
Basically the same thing. It's like
right.
he will help you. I mean, you see it. God's got all the little berries and the little snacks out there, and some people put little bird seed out for birds, but they just don't wake up one morning, their nest is filled with all this. They got to go out and get it. But God
Right.
put it there, or God had, say me, I'm in the grocery store, wherever, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get some bird seed, and I'll come home and put it out for the birds. But that's basically the same thing, is he'll help us, we help ourselves. So I love
Right.
that. Thank you for pointing that out. It is the
Sure.
truth. But yes, January is coming. Okay. And you can't just sit. You got to keep moving forward. And I'm going to tell y'all, and you already know this if you've been in Mary Kay for a day. Mary Kay moves fast. It does not wait on anybody. It's like time. Time doesn't wait on us. Time is very crucial. I guess it's the older I get, I realize that today is the day. And yesterday's homily was on rejoice in the Lord always. Rejoice. And I know we got to go, but I wrote this down. I know our priest is like, why does this woman take a notebook out of her purse every Sunday? It says, rejoice in the Lord always, even when things aren't perfect, he is always near. So there you go. When things aren't perfect, God's right there with you. Okay. All right, Stacy. Well, thank you. Congratulations on your star. Congratulations on your leadership and moving up. And I'm super excited. So keep me posted. We're not
I
sitting on our
will.
laurels. See you later.
Okay.
See you
I'll
at
see you on
7.
Boss Babe.
All right. All right. Bye.